up, y'all? It's your boy Jose. So it's been a day. Lately I've been rhyming a lot without having the intention to do that. So am I a rapper now? No. Okay, so this is the thing. It's been a day. It's been a full day since we got Golden, the full album. I've listened to it. We've all listened to it. We've streamed it. And if you haven't, what's wrong with you? Get to it. And I thought to myself, let me do a special type of video. And I'm gonna be ranking. This is gonna be like my rank, my tier list, if you will, of all the songs on Golden from 1 to 11. So, you know, there's ones that oh, these are my faves, and it's like these are cute, but these are gorgeous over here for me, for you. You know what I'm saying? In your personal opinion. So it's gonna be my rear. Ooh, I meant to say my tier list, my rank of all the tracks on Golden. As always, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. That is the easiest way to support the channel. But if you want to support a little more, I do have a Patreon page. The link is in the description below. That is where you will find my full album reaction to Golden. If you want that, make sure to click my Patreon link and support if you can. Now you may be asking, what are the qualifications? What is the reasoning behind this list? Well, I think I gave you a little preview at the beginning of the video by saying like these are the ones that I'm like, oh, I'm vibing with the most. And I'm gonna be basing it on the sound of the song, not necessarily the lyrics, because I don't want to base off my judgment just because of the lyrics, because the lyrics might be great, which all of them are, but I don't want to just say, oh, this is the best one for me just because of the lyrics, but I actually am not vibing with it too much when it comes to the sound or the melody or the beats. You know what I mean? So this is about the way they sound to me, the sound of the songs, the music, the beat, his voice in it, and not so much the lyrics. The lyrics are taking a kind of a backseat on this one. So let's get into it. Starting off with number 11, let's just get it out of the way. It's gonna be 7, the clean version. Now, I just need to get that out of the way. No shade, no nothing. I just need to get it out of the way. I feel like that's kind of a default for everybody that's going, well, maybe not. It could be interchangeable with the explicit, but for me, the clean is number 11. It's just there on the album for me. I prefer the explicit, but yeah, number 11, 7, clean version. That's where it's gonna be. At number 10, this might be surprising. This might be surprising for some of y'all. It was a little surprising for me, but once I was making my list, I was like, it makes sense. At number 10, I have 3D. So if you're ready, and if you let me in 3D. I love 3D. Like, I'm telling you, I love this entire album. I love each song in this. Do you know what I mean? This does not mean that it sucks. This does not mean that I dislike it. This does not mean that it's a bad song or anything like that, in my opinion. They are all great. 3D just happens to be 10 for me. It's the one that I'm like, 3D is not really up there for me. You know what I mean? Like, he sounds great. Jungkook, the music video is great and all. Oh, that's another thing. I'm not gonna be considering music videos either, because not all of these songs have music videos. So that would not be fair to the rest of the songs. But yeah, 3D, as far as the music goes, it's like, it's not really my style, but I do love the song. It's just not my favorite. I don't see it being one of my favorite Jungkook songs. Do you know what I'm saying? So at number 10, we have 3D. Going on to number 9. Now, this was really surprising to me, because when I first saw the track list, this was one of the songs that I was like, I think I'm gonna be claiming this just by the name, just by the title of the song. And to see it at number 9, I was shook, because I was like, wait, where was that Jose? The one that was about to claim, but now is saying number 9. At number 9, I have Too Sad to Dance. And now I just wait by the telephone when I'm too sad to dance. Too Sad to Dance to me was just like, oh, like, it's cute, I was vibing to it when I was listening to it, when I listen to it, when it comes up, you know what I mean? I vibe to it, but I just know that in the long run, it's probably not one that I'm gonna be my go-to. Do you know what I mean? If it pops up on my shuffle, it's gonna be one of those where I like, oh, let me listen to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be actively looking forward. Same with like 3D. That's kind of the vibe that I was getting. I was like, those aren't gonna be ones that I'm gonna be going to in the long run. So that's why Too Sad to Dance is at number 9. At number 8, I have Please Don't Change.
Please don't change. Yeah, I love you. Oh, I love you. Love the way you are.
Listen, this is a cute, it's a bop. You will be dancing to this. You will be grooving, moving along. It gave me tropical, gave me Caribbean, all that. You know what I mean? And it still did, even from the album preview, but it kind of was like, oh, I thought it could go farther than what it was giving. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like it's almost there, and because it didn't go there for me all the way, like, oh, it's kind of in the lower half of my rank. It's still a good song. I want to reiterate, because I don't want this to come off like I'm saying these songs aren't good or anything like that. I just want to reiterate, I love the entire album. Love each and every song. It's just the rank of like how I feel about them, you know what I'm saying? So Please Don't Change, it missed a big climax for me, especially because it's featuring DJ Snake. I thought there was gonna be something like boom, and it's just chill vibes, and that's okay, but it just happens to be at number 8 for me. Lucky number 7, I have, this one is also one of the ones that I was almost gonna claim, Shot Glass of Tears.
Got a shot glass full of tears. Drink, 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 say cheers.
Now, trust and believe, this one made me feel all the feels when I was listening. I was like, yes, it's still giving anthem. It's still giving like we're gonna be in a stadium and we're gonna be with our lighters up, and then anybody who's drinking was like, cheers. You know, it's just like, oh, like a celebration type of feel. Obviously, the lyrics aren't a celebration, but you know what I'm saying? It felt like a celebration, the vibe of the song. And that was it. Like that literally is it. Like it's ding ding ding, say cheers, dun, 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 dun. Like it's just cute. You know what I'm saying? It almost went there where I was gonna be an added element, but it was not. It was like consistent, just the same vibe. So it was missing that little extra oomph for me. But I'll give it this. This is a great song to end the album on, because the song makes you feel like a sort of celebration, a sort of you reached the goal. But yeah, that is why Shot Glass of Tears is at number 7. At number 6, we're getting to the middle of my rank. At number 6, I have Yes or No.
If so, then I think I know what to say. Yes or no, yes or no.
This was kind of a little bit shocking for me, because when I was listening to the album preview, Yes or No was one that I was like, okay, you know, like she's cute. And I was already thinking, no, that's not one that I'm gonna be, you know, like, you know, attracted to the most. But it's up there. It's at number 6. It almost made it to the top 5. It's very pop mainstream. Like I could see this being a radio top 40 radio hit. I could see it being a single. I could see it having its own music video. It has a great potential. So that's why it's like almost in the top 5. I saw a lot of comments in my video that agreed with me in my full album on my Patreon, a full album reaction. Like, yes, I feel the same way with Yes or No. Like it has that potential to be like a single. Moving on to top 5. We're on the top 5, guys. At number 5, I have 7, the explicit version.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be fucking you by 7 days a week.
Now, of course, 7 is a mega hit. This one is so good. Like, you guys, incredible song. What a way to introduce, you know, Jungkook's solo era. And it's so good. It's incredible. It's iconic. 7, the explicit version, because it's just like Jungkook being him, doing what he wants to do. He's like, I'm about to curse up in here. And it's a bop. It's just so good. This song is so good. But I do feel like there are other ones that are a little bit better. That's why it's only at number 5. But hey, top 5. 7 explicit, you made it to my top 5. Moving on to number 4, I have Closer to You. Girl, Closer to You is sex on a platter. And that song makes me, it's just, I'm body rolling the entire time. Like, you just, ooh. The first time it was like chills that I heard it. It was just like, what is happening to me? Something is taking over my body, and I like it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, woo, 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 woo. And a favorite part of mine is where he's like singing like And it's not rapidly, but the way he's singing, like it almost feels like he's doing it like fast. It's like like it's almost like he's like speaking but singing at the same time. And it also almost feels like he's like right here. And I'm like wait a minute. Closer to You at number 4. At number 3, we're moving on to the top 3, y'all. At number 3, I have Hate You.
I'm gonna hate you. Hating you's the only way it doesn't hurt.
This is another one that I was like, if he were to decide to make it a single, oh, I can see this being a hit single. Like the emotion in this song, the simplicity of this song too. It feels so like personal. It feels so intimate. His voice, you could feel the sadness, you could feel the pain, you could feel the trembling, which just adds to it. I feel like it's a very great way that he interpreted the song with his voice. Like it made me feel things, y'all. Like it is so freaking good. And I saw this a lot too, and I agree. It gave me OST. Like this could totally be a soundtrack for like a show, a movie or something, like being used somewhere where it's like, whoa, this is deep, y'all. This is so good. It's magical, even though it is a sad song. But yes, Hate You at number 3. Moving on to the top 2, y'all. And honestly, this top 2 could be interchangeable for me as of right now. But there's just something about number 1 that made it go a little over the edge. That's why it's at number 1. But honestly, like maybe tomorrow I'll feel differently and number 2 is gonna be number 1 and then vice versa or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this close. It's literally like a nail height with like difference. I don't know how to say it. At number 2, I have Standing Next to You. The main track, the title track, this might be surprising because it surprised me. Literally, I was like, I feel like this is gonna be my favorite, the main track. It is the production on this song, the vibes of this song, the energy in this song, his voice in the song. He goes up there. He does so much with his voice in this song. It's just so good and it feels good. Like you're like, oh, this is a celebration. It is so good and you want to get up and dance, and it gives you all of that. It's a hit, it's a bop and a half. She is that girl. So that's why I mean, it's not that far from being my number 1, but it is my number 2. It's so good, guys. I feel so bad putting it at number 2, but it's my number 2, Standing Next to You. So which means, if you haven't figured it out, my number 1 song from Golden is Somebody.
Somebody ain't me.
Woo, girl, when I tell you, okay, again, I need to really reiterate. Number 1 and 2 could be interchangeable. Like tomorrow it might be my number 2, but right now it's my number 1. This song literally grabbed me by my neck, slammed me against the wall, dragged me from my hair, took out my hair, like literally left me bald, then grabbed me by my scalp and dragged me all over the floor and threw me out the window. That is how extreme my reaction was to this song. The first time I heard it, I was like, what the heck is happening? It is so good and unexpected. I think that is the reason why. That is the reason why, not I know that is the reason why it's my number 1. Because of how unexpected this song was for me. Let me keep it all the way real. When I first heard the album preview, Somebody for me was like, okay, Somebody's gonna be like mid of the road for me. Like it's not giving me what Standing Next to You, Closer to You were giving me with the album preview. I was like, oh my, with just those seconds. I was still excited to listen to it, but I was just not gonna, I was already thinking that wasn't gonna be one of my tops. But then it became my top, and that's why I'm like, oh, I gotta give it number 1. I did not know I was gonna be this obsessed with this song. It is so good. The way he starts off, like I was like, wait, is that Jungkook? Because his voice is deep. And I love that. Oh, everything he does with his voice in this song, I was not expecting from the teaser that we had, from the few seconds that we got. It is so good, guys. This song is so freaking good. And because of the unexpectedness, the way that it just grabbed me by it, because it's so good and because I was not expecting it to be so good, and I was already shading her, and she said nope and grabbed me, it has to be my number one. So that is why Somebody is my top song from Golden. I would love to know what your ranking is, guys. Do you have a tier list? Maybe you don't, but if you do, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think of mine. It's okay to disagree. You know, I know there's gonna be people disagreeing, and that's fine. Just don't be disrespectful, please, because at the end of the day, this is all fun. No ill intent is meant by it, nothing like that. At the end of the day, we're still streaming, we're still supporting. But let me know, guys. I love you. Thank you for the support. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, adios.